So today I'm going to be highlighting and reflecting on my Nearpod lesson, which is an internet-based tool that allows educators to create an interactive lesson that can be student-led, teacher-led, or both. I will be showing you my lesson for kindergarten standard SKL1, which is obtain, evaluate, and communicate information about how organisms, alive and not alive, and non-living objects are grouped. My I can statements are, I can identify living and non-living things, I can explain the difference between living and non-living things, and I can classify what living things need to grow and survive. My opening activity is a background knowledge activity to get the students wondering. I considered this my hug because as for younger kids, they are very curious, and so I feel like asking them a background knowledge check allows students who know and don't know to still just get their minds thinking and going. My first interactive activity is a video which just explains to the students about non and living things. In a video, what they need to grow, their characteristics, and all those things. And as they watch the video, there are 2 questions for them to interact with based off the video they just watched. My next activity is a matching. So after the kids watch the video, they are to now classify living and non-living things. So based off the video they just watched, they should be able to do this activity. My next activity again is another video, but these questions are a little bit different. This is a multiple choice, which there are multiple answers, so they really have to be paying attention to get the right answer. And then we have true or false. Again, we're just testing that they are actually watching and engaging with the video. Then again, after watching both of those videos now, they should be able to draw a picture of a non-living thing. Because at this point they have classified this is living and this is a non-living thing. And I just want to point out before we get to my conclusion that these slides have audio where I am telling the student, here, let me see. Wait. Maybe this one will work. Here we go. I'm telling the students.
Take a poll. Do you know what living and non-living things are?
I am reading the instructions out to the kids. That way, for my auditory learners, they are able to hear if they don't want to read, or for, trouble reading, they have that audio version. With the drawing activity, that allows our visual students to really get in there and show us what they know and what they've been learning through a visual piece of art. And then we have our videos just for, again, those visual auditory mixing together. It's a mix. It's a 2-in-1. Before I concluded, I wanted to let my students know that, hey, we're about to wrap it up, and so now this is your time to gather all that information that you have just learned from those activities, those interactives, and really show me what you have mastered and taken away and what you know of the standard. So my activity is a fill in the blank. This way it's a guide to really pushing them in the right direction, but it really is up to them to have paid attention, engaged, and really interacted and pulled that information that they needed to be able to answer. But like I said, they're the guides, so they aren't totally just wandering and stuck. With Nearpod, I have learned different ways to engage and how to assess my students. So rather than just having to do an activity and then go back and test them, I like that Nearpod allows you to do that together, and it really motivates the students because they're able to use their technology to answer and draw and do all these things to be creative, but also still show that they are learning.